عمرنا هندي للي يخاف ربنا في تحدي ندوس ونعدي.
Hands up you Egyptian! Put your hands up all you Egyptian!
اللي يخاف ربنا وانا وابني وابويا وجدي ايد واحدة ايد واحدة ايد واحدة كلنا علشان تكمل ثورتنا. ايد واحدة نتوحد على كلمتنا. ايد واحدة يلا نقدم خلافتنا. ايد واحدة دم الشهداء في رقبتنا. ايد واحدة مسلم او نصراني. ايد واحدة سلفي او اخواني. ايد واحدة ليبرالي او علماني. ايد واحدة كلنا كده ضد الجاني. ايد واحدة ارفع راسك فوق انت مصري.
Put your hands up high!
الفيول
Hands up فوق!
ارفع راسك فوق انت مصري.
الشمال الفوق فوق!
الفيول رئيسنا مرسي. الله اكبر بسم الله عايشين على ارضه تحت سماء. يبقى نحكم شرع الله ومرسي رئيسنا باذن الله. وشرع الله محلى يا محلى. هنبدا نهضه قويه معاه ونرسم بكره باجمل فكره. حلم وعشنا بنستنى ايد على ايد القوه حديد متجمعين على حلم.
ارفع ايدك فوق!
احنا المصريين قادرين متوكلين على ربنا. ايد على ايد القوه حديد متجمعين على حلمنا. احنا المصريين قادرين متوكلين على ربنا. شهامة أصالة رجولة وجدعنة. ايد واحدة يلا نبني مجدنا. ايد
حط ايدك في ايد اخوك!
يلا نحمي مصرنا.
شبك ايدك في ايد اخوك!
يلا نبني مجدنا. ايد واحدة يلا نحمي مصرنا. ولانا كله إلا جنة ربنا. ارفع راسك فوق انت مصري. يا للفيول رئيسنا مرسي. ارفع راسك فوق انت مصري. يا للفيول رئيسنا مرسي. علشان تكمل ثورتنا. ايد واحدة نتوحد على كلمتنا. ايد واحدة يلا نقدم خلافتنا. ايد واحدة ومرسي رئيسنا بإذن الله.
Thank you very much. Now we've got a very special guest with us. A guest that's been with the Egyptian revolution since day one. A guest that gave a speech in the Tahrir Square on the 9th of February 2011, 2 days before Mubarak won. A very special guest, Sister Yvonne Redley. With the Kapila Kamila, with the Kapila.
Brothers, sisters, comrades, salam alaikum. When the first tyrant fell in the Arab Spring, I think with the exception of a few, everyone was overjoyed. Ashab Yurid Iskat Anidam became the anthem, the rallying call of the common man and woman whose ambitions and desires were nothing more than wanting the universal rights of freedom from tyranny. And when the crowds gathered in Tahrir Square, we were all inspired. I went to Cairo myself and joined in because the universal struggle for human rights and freedom and liberty belongs to every single one of us. To my joy, I was invited to speak in Tahrir Square and proudly shouted, Ehad Mubarak, until he finally left. The crowd at that point had reached 1 million. and the media called it the People's Revolution, and it was. And when the people started to lead, the leaders became irrelevant. Later that day, I went behind the scenes and discovered that not everything was as spontaneous as the Western media had tried to portray. This wasn't just the birth of people power. This was the legacy of a resistance which had gone on for decades. Inside Tahrir Square, the Muslim Brotherhood had organised the security, the field hospitals, enabling brothers and sisters, Muslims and Christians to come together. Don't listen to the sectarian lies. I saw with my own eyes Muslims praying, being protected by Christians, and then doing the same for the Christians. I saw it with my eyes. So the security, the field hospitals, even the clean-up operation, when it was time to leave, was all organised quietly and efficiently by the Muslim Brotherhood. And they also encouraged the Arab left and the Christians to get organised and take a lead as well. And when Mubarak finally went, it was inevitable. The majority of Egyptians would rally to the support of the Muslim Brotherhood in the elections. The Arab left, fragmented and in chaos, should not have been surprised by the result. People were going to put their trust in the Muslim Brotherhood, an organisation which had played a leading welfare role for decades. Even now, those supposedly in charge in Egypt today cannot even reach a consensus over who should be Prime Minister. Why don't they listen to the people? Return the Muslim Brotherhood to their rightful place, and President Morsi, still president, in his rightful place. And if the voters are unhappy, they can get rid of them in the next election. That's the way democracy works. No one in the UK voted for a coalition government, but that's what we got. And we didn't call Sir Richard Dannett, the head of the British Army, to come and intervene when Cameron and his coalition cronies went into Downing Street. Egypt is a country where 90% of the population are Muslims, so it's inevitable, like all of the other revolutions in the Muslim world, that this one would have an Islamic flavour. But now we see the West does not want to support this sort of democracy. Just as it did when Hamas was elected to power in Gaza. There were others who did not want to see democracy in the region as well. The Arab royal families, neither elected nor chosen by the people. Actually, they were put there by the West. They fear revolution. They fear the words Ashab Yurida Skat Anadam, and with good reason. So when the Muslim Brotherhood came to power, they not only tried to overturn a legacy of oppression, they also had to combat the prejudices from a strange mixture of alliances between other Middle East tyrants, the so-called democratic West, the secularists who despise any sort of religion. Now it's difficult in these troubled times to tell the heroes from the villains in the next stage of this revolution. And don't forget, revolutions can take years to develop and evolve. Cuba's is still going on more than 50 years later. The revolution in Egypt is not finished. In fact, it hasn't even begun. What we have witnessed in the last few weeks is the start of the real struggle for freedom from tyranny. Democracy cannot be forced with the barrel of a gun, nor can it be delivered by a military coup. General Sisi, a man who has now joined the ranks of butchers like former General Ariel Sharon, has in one move destroyed Egypt's fledgling democracy, its tourism industry, its economy and its reputation. What he cannot do is destroy the resistance of the Muslim Brotherhood and the ordinary Egyptians who want democracy. That resistance, those fighters of resistance, have no fear for guns and bullets and tyrants. It is part now of the DNA of the Egyptian people, and nor can he hide the truth. The numbers we have received are shocking. Here's some of them that General Sisi lies to the media about, and I urge the BBC and the other media to challenge him. 9 is the number of TV channels he has closed down so far. When freedom of speech goes, you know tyranny is in the air and dictatorship is around the corner. 250 and rising is the number of those massacred during the night. Many died with gunshot wounds to their head, according to the doctors. 1,500 is the number of those injured, more than 800 seriously. People who did a peaceful protest in front of the Republican Guard headquarters. 60 years of military tyranny will not kill democracy in Egypt, despite the thousands of lies that are tumbling out of the military. Millions around the world know the truth. Western governments must now rally to help the people, not the military they've sold weapons to. Weapons that are being used today on innocent men, women and children. In conclusion, people power will stop the cycle of violence because their faith in justice is as strong as their faith in God. For the hundreds who were martyred last night, thousands more are ready to take their place. To David Cameron and William Hague, I would say, if you continue to remain neutral in the face of this great injustice, then you have chosen the side of the oppressor. There are not two sides to this coin. There is one injustice, and that is against the Egyptian people. There is only one right thing to do, and that is to restore President Morsi to power. And until that happens, Cameron and all of the other leaders in the West should refuse any dialogue with the military that are in power now. The military is running Egypt. This is not democracy, and if Cameron really holds to democracy as he often says he does, then he should refuse to sit down and talk to the puppets that are in power at the moment. Stop trading with them, stop dealing with them, stop talking to them. Join the people, because the people are right and the people will lead. And as they continue to lead, those leaders, those puppet leaders will become irrelevant. Power to the people. Thank you. Salam alaikum.
Thank you very much. Sister Reborn. No, I didn't hear the clapping. I didn't hear it. Can I hear the clapping, please? Can I hear it? Can I hear it louder, louder, louder? Thank you. I hope all these pictures and videos are going on Facebook and Twitter right now. Hashtag anti-Coup London. One word, anti-Coup London. Start working on your Twitter now. Thank you. I'm not going to say you will listen to the Egyptian anthem. I'm not going to say we'll listen to the Egyptian national anthem. We will sing the Egyptian national anthem together now. جزاكم الله خير. الأخت منى, Sister Minna just got a very quick talk.
Hi everyone. My message is very, very short. I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm going to leave that to the experts. But I'm here purely as a human being. What happens in Egypt and what is continued happening is nothing less than a crime against humanity and basic human rights. These people are just asking for the basic right of freedom and democracy. They have done nothing wrong. They are not armed. They are not terrorists. The media want to portray them as terrorists, and the Egyptian media is a disgrace. There have been people in Gabal Adawiya Square for just over a month and they have not received any media coverage whatsoever. This is absolutely appalling. We are in the 21st century. We have social media. The pictures speak for themselves. What's happening in Egypt is a crime against humanity and basic human rights, and we're all here in solidarity with them. All those people who were killed, hundreds, those people besieged Al-Qa'id Ibrahim Mosque in Alexandria, the young doctors killed in Mansoura, we are all here in solidarity with them. The people injured have been fatally injured with the intention to kill. This is absolutely unacceptable. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Minna. Now I got a special gift. A special guest. Son of the Gulf, son of Kuwait, standing here with us against all the money that's been spending from Kuwait to kill our brothers and sisters in Egypt. Can we give him a welcome, please? Can I hear some clapping, please? Our brother, Muhammad Al-Azi. Let the clapping!
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear brothers and sisters and who listen to me, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am here in my name and in the name of your brothers from Kuwait and Gulf countries. Brothers in Egypt, in Rabi al-Adawiya, and all squares who support President Mohammed Morsi, the real authority of Egypt. We are supporting you. If we can't go to Rabi al-Adawiya Square, at least we come here in front of the British government to be with you, by the word, by ourselves. We are refusing what did Sisi and his followers doing with you. We are very sad during the night and the day because they are killing you for no reason. We refuse all what happened in Egypt from those killers, and also we refuse what did the regimes and the governments in the Gulf doing. It is not in our names. Brothers in Egypt, we are with you. Believe me, the Gulf people supporting you. All the people, the minority of the people is against you. The government's paying this money to kill the Egyptian people, not in our names. So we refuse that. Many of your brothers, many of the scholars are in the prison because they are saying the truth and they're refusing what's happening in Egypt. Just if they said we refuse what happened in Egypt, they put them in jail. All of them are against democracy. Look to what happened in Egypt. Who is now dealing with this? It's planned by the American administration. How? They sent Baradri who destroyed Iraq. Now they're sending him to Egypt. And who is? The ambassador in United States of America. They make him the foreign minister for this new government. So these two people, and they're supporting them by the money from the Gulf countries who is dealing by the hands of America. All of this happened because of America. This is the first message I'm sending to my brothers in Egypt.
Allahu Akbar!
The second message I am sending it to the British government. Now I am speaking in my name as a British citizen here and as activity in human rights. We learn the human rights here, and the West government support the human rights and democracy. When United States and its supporters occupy Iraq, we make million people demonstration here against Tony Blair because of his policy. We didn't get Tony Blair like Sisi and get him out. We waited until Tony Blair time finish and we get him by election. So if the people who is following Sisi want to change President Mohammed Morsi, they should wait until his period finished, the 4 years, and they go to the election and change him by election, not by killing the Egyptian in the street. The British government always speaking about democracy and human rights. Where are they now about human rights? Why they are supporting the killer? They blame President Morsi for his intention. They are afraid from President Morsi to do something in the future. That's why they get him out from his place. While Sisi killed the people in the streets and no one get him out. This is refused. We refuse that. This is against human rights. So my message as British to Cameron, before we get Blair out, and now if you don't support the free Egyptians who's killing Rab'a al-Adawiyya and everywhere in Egypt, you will get out soon.